Women's Viagra. Feminist victory or misogynist machination? Toronto? This is your weekly dump. Tea. Oh, that's good. What is that? What kind of tea is that? Chamomile or something? I've never had it. It's delicious. Flibanserin, aka Women's Viagra, aka She Alice, aka My Wife Loves Me Again. I wish. Seriously, we haven't had sex in 6 months. If you got some of this and it works, some for me, please. This controversial drug claims to increase sex drive in women, but has been denied not once, but twice by the FDA, leaving many feminists asking, what the hell, science? How come when there's 26 options for men's sexual dysfunction, not one exists for women? What are they supposed to do, huh? White Zin and Magic Mike on Netflix? Run a hot bath? Listen to 50 Shades of Grey on Audible.com? By the way, Audible.com and Netflix, we are looking for sponsorship. If either of you are watching, send us money. Just wire it. We'll figure it out. Send me an email. We'll figure it out. Science, like men, has been disappointing women for generations. Wasn't that long ago that science was actively trying to suppress women's sexuality? Oh, hey, ladies. Having sexual thoughts? Can't get your husband's junk off your mind? Getting a little too looby in the nether regions? Well, there's a good chance that you might have hysteria. That's right, ladies. A hysteria diagnosis could land you in a mental institute where a doctor would give you a pelvic massage until you reached hysterical paroxysm, which is what they called it back then because the female orgasm didn't exist. Fact. It was actually invented in 2006. Basically, if your wife kept nagging at you about having sex with her, you could ship her off to a mental institute where she'd get finger blasted by a quack.
Dr. Fingerblast. Dr. Fingerblast.
I'm sorry, I'm on call. Don't worry, ladies. That only lasted until the doctors got too lazy and invented the vibrator in a mental asylum in France. What? Okay, that's fact. That is fact. The vibrator was invented in a mental asylum in France. Incredible. Possibly the best thing France has done for women since the invention of the hairy armpit. Totally legit over there. That is totally fine. Ding, ding. Tickle, tickle, hey, tickle, tickle, ding-a-ling. It's great. Female satisfaction has been a source of mystery since the beginning of time. And by source of mystery, I mean something that nobody's ever really cared about. A lot of guys still don't. I'm sorry. That's on them. That's not on me. But in the modern age, scientists are actually trying to make women more horny instead of less horny, with researchers devoting time and energy into teasing out the tiny little head of female sexual satisfaction. Am I talking about a clit? That's a clit joke. So why no pill? Well, here's the hard facts. There are not 26 drugs for male sexual dysfunction. There are 4 drugs for male erectile dysfunction. They're all pretty much the same, and then they're recycled as 26 different products. It's kind of like CSI, all right? You got the original, you got Miami, you got NYC, NCIS, NTFS, SD, SUV, all right? They all look like different shows, but at the end of the day, it's a bunch of soft dudes trying to act hard. Fact number 2. Calling Flibanserin female Viagra is actually very misleading. Viagra only cures a physical hydraulics issue in men. It doesn't actually make men horny. God already did that. A female equivalent to Viagra would actually just be lube, all right? Or the age-old naturopathic method of... That's gross. Let's cut that out. We don't need that. I don't want that on the internet forever. Pros and cons. Pro, Flibanserin makes you horny. Con, not that horny. According to peer-reviewed journals, it only increased sexual activity by 0.7 times per month. 0.7 times? How does that work? Oh, like premature? It's like when you finish too early? Is that? Yeah, dishonorable discharge. Lost a lot of good boys like that. Lost a lot of good boys. Pro, Flibanserin has relatively mild side effects, which include nausea, dry mouth, and fatigue. Not bad when you consider the side effects of Viagra, which include blindness, penis amputation, and even death. Interesting story. A 28-year-old man actually died due to an overdose of Viagra while having a 12-hour threesome with two of his lady friends, prompting men everywhere to say, it's a hell of a way to go. Con! Flibanserin must be taken every day. Every day? I mean, you're basically rewiring your brain chemistry to get laid 0.7 more times per month. That's like saving up all month for an NSYNC concert. Then you go all the way out there, and Justin Timberlake doesn't even show up. Now you're sitting there, looking at these losers, unsatisfied. Who's gonna come in and finish the job off? I love Justin Timberlake.
Ding ding. Tickle tickle, hey, tickle tickle, ding-a-ling.
It's great. Pro, there is a real need for this drug in the market. 4 out of 10 women report sexual dysfunction. 2 out of 10 have sexual interest arousal disorder, otherwise known as SAD. Oh, sad. I'd be sad too. Con! Maybe some women just aren't into the dad bod. You're just letting yourself go. Straight women don't like boobies. Eat a salad.
Ding ding. Tickle tickle, hey, tickle tickle, ding-a-ling.
While feminists believe this is an attack on women's rights, many critics of the pharmaceutical industry say that Flibanserin is another profit-driven medicine for a questionable cure. Men have been suppressing women's sexuality for thousands of years. Okay? But men today would love it if women were more horny. Okay, if this thing actually worked, it would be the best self-serving gift since lingerie, or Jenny Craig, or, I don't know, knee pads. The real issue here is that the main obstacle of sexual dysfunction is very simple for men, but not as easy to pinpoint for women. As we all know, women's sexual arousal is a complicated amalgamation of their moods and stresses and body image, cultural norms, age, mood, the dude. You know, I don't know. It's like the difference between flipping a switch and operating a complex series of levers and dials and buttons and sensors. You know, it's like a light switch versus a cockpit. Oh my god, cockpit. It's a pit. And you put your... Are we the first ones to do... I think we're the first ones to call it a cockpit. But this is... You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Toronto, this has been your weekly dump. Oh god, what is that? Is that a thing that they put in... That's it, enough of these rinky-dink sex drug videos. Next up, Bill C-51. Harper, you better watch it! Watch it! Subscribe to the channel, you son of a bitch.